Welcome to the user's video guide of the iCare TONOVET Rebound Tonometer. The TONOVET tonometer does not require calibration or anesthetic. The measurement can be done without topical anesthetics because the touch of the lightweight probe is so gentle. When measuring the interocular pressure with the TONOVET, the tonometer's probe must be aligned horizontally, perpendicular to the central cornea in a 90-degree position. Distance from the tip of the probe to the cornea is 4 to 8 millimeters, or 1/6 to 1/3 inch, respectively. While the probe must be aligned horizontally, the grip can be rotated into a preference position of the user. Parts of the tonometer: measuring button, selector button, collar, probe base. Loading the probe. Start the measurement by pressing the measurement button once to turn the tonometer on. The display shows load. To load the probe, open the disposable probe package and insert the single-use probe into the probe base. Activate the magnetic field which holds the probe in the probe base by pressing the measurement button once. Be careful not to point the tonometer down before the magnetic field is activated, as there is nothing holding the probe. The tonometer is ready for the measurement when the display shows 0, 0. Accessing the starting mode. After measuring, the starting mode can be accessed by pressing the measurement button once. Before loading the probe, the starting mode can be accessed via the selector button. Measuring. Always use the wrist strap to protect the tonometer from accidentally dropping. 6 measurements are needed to obtain the final reading, which is an average of the 4 mean single measurements. Bring the tonometer near to the patient's eye. Make sure the tonometer is in a horizontal position, perpendicular to the central cornea. The distance from the tip of the probe to the cornea should be 4 to 8 millimeters, or 1/6 to 1/3 inch, respectively. Press the measuring button 6 times. After each successful individual measurement, a short beep is played, and a result is displayed. After 6 individual successful measurements, a longer beep is played, and the final result is shown on the display. New measurement can be started by pressing the measurement button. The display shows 0, 0, indicating the tonometer is ready for the next measurement. Measuring, handling the patient. IOP changes due to the effects of pulse, breathing, eye movements, and body position. When measuring the interocular pressure, excessive restraint of the patient should be avoided as it may alter the pressure. Position the patient's head so that the eye to be measured is looking directly forward, not up or down, nor right or left. If a collar is worn, make sure it is not too tight or remove the collar for measurement. If the eye needs to be held open, be aware of not pressing the eyeball to increase the pressure. Error messages. If an error message is displayed during the measurement, clear the error message by pressing the measuring button once and continue the sequence of the measurement. More information of error messages coming up later on this video. Measurement readings on display. A single beep is played after each successful individual measurement. After the 6th measurement, longer beep is played and the final result is displayed. Final result is an average of 4 mean single results. Measurement values during the measurement represent average values of previous measurements, not individual measurement values. 0, 0 on the display means the tonometer is ready for measuring. First result on the display is the result of the first individual measurement. Second result is an average of the first and second individual measurements. Third result is an average of first, second, and third individual measurements. Fourth result is an average of first, second, third, and fourth individual measurements. Fifth result is an average of first, second, third, fourth, and fifth individual measurements. Sixth result is the final result. It is an average of the four mean measurements, excluding the highest and lowest single result. Deviation indication. Possible deviation is indicated by a line and a blinking letter. If the letter is not blinking and there is no line displayed, then there is no or insignificant deviation. When the letter blinks and the line is down, there is a slight deviation, but the effect of the deviation to the result is not likely to be relevant. When the letter blinks and the line is in the middle, the deviation is greater than normal, but the effect on the result is usually not relevant. If the IOP result is higher than normal, a new measurement is recommended. When the letter blinks and the line is up, the deviation is too great, and the measurement should be repeated. The letter in front of the final reading represents the chosen setting. D represents dog and/or cat setting, and H represents horse setting. Accessing old results. The tonometer's memory stores the 10 last measuring results. From the starting mode, 0, 0, press the selector button either to the right or to the left until old appears on the display. Press the measurement button. Scroll the old values by pressing the selector button. Pressing the left selector button displays first the most recent result. Right equals older, left equals more recent, from 0 to 9. To exit the old values search, press the measurement button. The display shows old. Press either selector button to access other functions. 0, 0 equals measurement, end equals turning off. Turning the tonometer off. From the starting mode, 0, 0, press the selector button until the display shows end. Press the measurement button for 2 seconds. The display shows by and the tonometer will switch off. The used probe will be partially ejected. Empty probe tube can be used to remove the used probe from the tonometer. Ensure that you dispose of the probe properly. The tonometer will automatically turn off if not used for 2 minutes. Changing the species setting. The TONOVET has measuring settings for dog, cat, and horse. Dog and cat mode is the default setting. To change the settings, press the selector button until the display shows end. Press first the measurement button, keep it pressed down, and simultaneously press the right selector button. Note that both buttons have to be pressed down at the same time. The display shows CAL or software version in older models. Press the measurement button. Toggle between the settings using the selector button. Choose the desired setting and activate by pressing the measurement button. Replacing the probe base. During use, some dirt may collect into the probe base, possibly affecting the probe movement. The probe base should be replaced with a clean one every 6 months, or more often if the probe no longer moves smoothly, or the probe base error E01, E02, or E03 is displayed. To replace the probe base, unscrew the probe base collar. Remove probe base by tilting the tonometer downward and pull the probe base out of the tonometer. Put a new probe base into the tonometer. Screw the collar on to lock the probe base. Cleaning the probe base. The probe base can be reused after careful cleaning. Make sure the probe base is completely dry before using it, and replace the probe base with a new one in 2 years. Fill the probe base cleaning container or other cleaning container with a minimum of 70% isopropyl alcohol. Soak the probe base in alcohol for 5 to 30 minutes. Remove the probe base from the alcohol and dry carefully by blowing canned air or compressed air into the probe base. This will additionally remove possible residual dirt. Make sure the probe base is completely dry before inserting into the tonometer. Cleaning the tonometer surface. The tonometer surface may be cleaned using a soft cloth dampened with either a commercial, non-abrasive cleaner or a solution of 70% alcohol in water. Lightly wipe the surface of the tonometer and make sure the surface is dry after cleaning, especially areas near the main buttons, the display, and the probe cover. Setting up the tonometer. Always use the wrist strap to protect the tonometer from accidentally dropping. Insert the batteries into the tonometer. Open the battery compartment cover and insert the batteries according to the plus and minus signs inside the battery compartment. Replace the battery compartment cover. Be careful not to use excessive force when screwing the cover in place. Insert the silicone grip. If the device is not to be used for a longer period of time, removing the batteries is recommended, as batteries may leak, which may damage the device. Use only alkaline batteries. Error messages. If the error message is displayed, press the measuring button once to clear the error message and continue the measuring sequence. The sequence of the 6 measurements does not have to be started over from the beginning. The same sequence will be continued until 6 successful individual readings are achieved. Often the error message indicates a dirty probe base or incorrect position. This occurs because the tonometer is tilted up or downwards, or the measurement is made from too far or near. BATT indicates that batteries are low and should be replaced. E01 indicates that the probe did not move at all. If this error message is repeated, turn the tonometer so that the collar faces down for a moment. If the error message is still repeated, take out the probe and replace it with a new one. If this error message continues to appear, replace the probe base with a clean one. E02 indicates the probe did not touch the eye because the measurement was made from too far away, or the probe base is dirty and needs to be replaced with a clean one. Repeat the measurement with adjusted distance. If the error message continues to appear, replace the probe base with a clean one. E03 indicates the probe speed was too low because the measurement was made from too far away, or the tonometer was tilted upwards too much. Adjust position of the tonometer. Make sure the probe is in a 90-degree angle towards the eye with a distance of 4 to 8 millimeters, and repeat the measurement. E04 indicates the probe speed was too high because the tonometer was tilted downwards. Adjust the position of the tonometer and repeat the measurement. E05 indicates the hit was too soft, most likely because the probe hit the eyelid. Repeat the measurement. E06 indicates the hit was too hard, most likely because the probe hit the opening eyelid or calcification in the cornea. Repeat the measurement. E07 indicates a bad bounce because the probe did not hit the central cornea. Repeat the measurement. E09 indicates an erroneous measurement for a reason other than those described, with E01 to E07. Troubleshooting. If the probe does not move at all, or it moves inconsistently, replace the probe base with a clean one. In case of any visual damages, display, audio, or button issues, please contact your eye care representative. Please note the probes are designed to be single-use and should not be cleaned. Always refer to the full written manual for detailed instructions. Thank you for watching the TONOVET video manual. For more information, please visit our website.